All right, welcome back to House of Prep. Jerry here. Did a few videos about my pantry in the past. One a few days ago showing our new house pantry. I am now sitting on the floor today and going to discuss water. And on the floor of my pantry, I was able to keep some extra stocks of bottled water here and rotating them in from the garage. And I'm finding right now that that's my first short-term solution for water supplies for backup. I did go to Walmart this past week, and every time I go to Walmart, I'm always looking for ideas. I'm always looking for adding something to my stocks. And you know how heavy these things are, right? And you're loading them into the cart or under the cart, and you're trying to remember to scan them in. They make sure to remind you, hey, did you scan that in? All the funs and the joys of getting out to your car and unloading it into your trunk, and trying to find space and making sure you're not squashing the eggs in the bread and all that fun stuff. And then you get home and you got to take it back out of the trunk, and then you got to lug that thing on, pop it up over your shoulder, and you're bringing it in, especially if you're trying to buy 2 or 3 at a time. Man, by the time you get those things brought into the house, you're worn out, right? Bringing all that water. So, I've never owned one of these before. And I was at Walmart going through the camping section, and I've seen them in there, and I've always kind of wondered, should I get one and try it out? And I decided I'm going to do it. I have not filled it up yet. This is a 6-gallon water jug. So like I said, these over here, the ones that I buy from Walmart, it has the 40 bottles in it. It's the equivalence of 5 gallons of water. So I decided I'm going to try one of these containers, and it was about $13, $14 at Walmart where I got it. And I mean, you can go online to Amazon, and there's all kinds of brands out there. You can check reviews. Ultimately, it holds water, and you can use this right from the tap. So the reason I was considering this is it's got a nice handle on it. You can carry it. I'm not worried about all the bottles falling out of the plastic, right? You've had that happen before, and having that happen out in the parking lot is horrible. But I did want to try one of these, being able to grab something to go. It could already be filled with 6 gallons of water. If I'm going camping, throw it in the trunk. I was even thinking outside the box, like, what if I had to get up and go? And I could grab my bug out bag, grab some valuables and things. We're throwing some food in the trunk. Well, this sucker, you just grab it and go, and just toss it in there. Don't have to worry about it breaking apart. I'm sure we'd have bottled water too, but having the availability of a quick 6 gallons of water, and I can put this anywhere. I haven't decided. It's not going to go in here. My wife already, has told me, don't overload this pantry, right? Because, I like to just keep packing stuff everywhere. So she's already warned me. So I've got some other stuff that she wants on the floor of this pantry. So this is off limits. All right, folks? I'm not allowed to put this on the floor of the pantry. I just brought it here with me for the video to show you. So no, this right here, wasn't her laying down the law and smacking me upside the head with the frying pan, okay? We're okay on that. We're clear. Rest assured. Actually, this was me putting some stuff up in the attic yesterday. And that big heavy board that covers that attic door, I don't know how, it just got away from me. And I didn't even think that thing could come through that squared hole in the attic. But that thing smacked me right between the eyes. And I tell you what, I saw stars. But you know what I did do is I caught that board, because I knew what was going to happen if that board hit the floor and scratched up my wife's new floor, or if it bounced and hit the walls and put a hole in the drywall of my wife's new house. This would be the least of my problems, okay? So I caught the board, and I didn't fall off the ladder. So they're okay. Just that's a little side story. That's for free, or I'm not going to charge you for that story. But a little bit of fun. So the other thing I like about this, it has that natural color, that bluish, aquish color that they make. Makes it real easy. This is water. Water's in here, ladies and gentlemen. Blue, it's water. My family make it easy, simple. I am going to use some duct tape and maybe put it on both sides to make it very clear, very visible, the date that I fill this up. So that way, I don't have to try to remember now, man, when did I fill this up with water? and just take a black marker and mark on here. From what I'm understanding, what I've read and researched, I can keep water in here safely for about 6 months. And then if I choose, I can rotate it. Now, this is not going to go into a place where it's going to be in direct sun or heat. Okay, so if you choose that you want to try something like this, or if you have some of your used home containers that maybe that's your choice, you like to fill up other containers, make sure you clean them out good, obviously. You may decide I want the free containers because I've already got them, I'm already using them. That's fine, however you want to do it. Long-term storages, we're talking barrels and different water storage capacity things. I'm not quite to that point yet, so I'm still trying to shore up my short-term water supplies. And for, like, again, for the first few months of a crisis, of emergency, I'm still shoring up, and I'm making great strides at doing this. So as I keep doing it, I'll keep showing videos, and we'll keep talking about it. But mark it, 6 months. Now, if you do have it for 6 months, okay, maybe you're just not comfortable. Man, this water's been sitting in here for 6 months. Maybe it's at 8 months, or maybe you left it in there for a year, right? And, crisis happens and you need to get into your water, okay? Here's the best thing that I suggest you do. Make sure you have some bleach on hand. Now, believe it or not, bleach does expire, all right? It starts losing some of its potency after about 6 months. 6 months for water, 6 months for bleach. So you can't really stock up tons and tons of bleach, and then they say about 20% of the potency starts depreciating on the bleach every year. So, you want to keep your bleach fresh. You don't want to overkill your bleach. But here's the good news. If you want to treat your water and you want to treat this, maybe this has been sitting around for a while, open it, smell it, look in it. It's not green. You've been storing it in a cool, dry place of the house. Get you your bleach. Now, the kind of bleach that you want to have for this situation, don't get the bleach that has all the smells and all the softeners and all the extra little things that they add into bleach. You just want just pure, regular, original bleach. Read the label, make sure it's for the disinfecting and all that such. But just get you regular bleach. No frills. Sorry, no frills for this because you're going to be drinking the water with this. So get this, and then this right here for 6 gallons, I'm going to put 1/4 teaspoon. So you can see, this is just a medium-sized bottle of bleach. You get a bigger size bottle. You're not going to use very much bleach to treat your water, okay? You put 1/4 teaspoon of bleach into your jug, and then at that point, you kind of shake it up and move it around a little bit. Let it sit for at least 30 minutes. Sit 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And then you come back, you smell it. It should have a very small chlorine smell to it, very, very minor, and it's good to go. You're good to drink. Now, if you can't smell any chlorine whatsoever, repeat the process. Add 1/4 teaspoon. Maybe your bleach isn't as potent. Maybe something, is not as strong. Repeat the process. For some reason, if you over chlorine, you over bleach your water, and the taste is just, it's drinkable, but man, it's just got too much chlorine. Mix some of this water then with some other water. Kind of mix it in together so it'll dilute it down, and then you can drink that water a little bit more diluted down. Okay, so I'm excited. All right, I've got me another way of storing water. I can store it and leave it, right? I'm not lugging it around. I'm not having to go buy this every single week. I'm not having to take this in and out of my grocery cart. I'm not taking this in and out of my car and in and out of the house and run it and rotate it to, one storage location back into the kitchen. And man, I can store it and leave it. And 6 gallons for 3 people, that's a couple days supply of water, right? You can use that, and that's going to help add to my short-term storage, okay? This isn't necessarily long-term, though. You can, with the bleach and this, it can be long-term, but obviously we're going to need more than just 6 gallons of water for a long-term scenario. But I'm pumped up. I'm continuing to work with the pantry, all right? And as I'm getting stuff in the attic and we're clearing some space and we're getting maneuvered, start looking for creativity ways. And I like the shape of this too, right? It's got that squared off, rectangular shape. Man, I could squirrel that away somewhere. I could put it somewhere my wife would have no idea it's even around, okay? So you don't worry about me. I got it, okay? But thank you all very much. I'm so glad for all the comments and everybody's input and their thoughts. And man, it's so neat to see everybody's views. There's so many people that have so many thoughts and ideas and different ways of handling things. My way of handling things, not necessarily your way of handling things. My way of prepping is not necessarily your way of prepping. Everyone lives in different areas, cities, or the country, suburbs, all these different places where necessarily the prepping scenarios change. Some people live in a large house. Some people like me live in a little bit smaller of a home. So you kind of have to work with what you've got, right? But the ultimate goal is keep moving forward. Don't take a step back, because if you're not doing anything, you are stepping back, because we are consuming our food, we are consuming our water. And I went to the grocery store this morning and I realized, man, there's holes already because we are constantly consuming. And it's work. It's work to constantly fill those holes, to keep working on your prep. So don't just stay stagnant. If you're stagnant, you're going backwards. You have to be moving forward. Keep moving forward with your preps and keep looking for little things to get. Keep finding new spots to put it in. And you don't have to do it all at once. Don't take off more than you can chew. Don't make it to where you're overwhelmed or discouraged, but keep moving forward. So as you're working on your pantry, don't forget the H2O, all right? You got to have the agua. Can't live without it. So please hit the thumbs up on my video. Don't forget to hit that little subscribe button and that little bell so you get the reminders for whenever I'm on, all right? Y'all have a great rest of the day, and you take care now. Hey, and stay safe out there. Please stay safe.